Anything else? Okay.
Do you have anything just to say about the passing of Pope Francis? I know you put on social media this morning, you remember meeting him in Philly in 2015.
Yeah. It was incredibly sad to wake up to the news of the passing of Pope Francis. I had the extraordinary honor of meeting the Pope in 2015 when he was in Philadelphia for the World Meeting of Families. He stayed at a seminary that was in Montgomery County. At the time, I had the job that your county executive has in Montgomery County. And so I was given this honor of greeting the Pope as he arrived at the seminary. We shared a few words, and he was very gracious with his time. And then the Pope turned and walked up the steps into the seminary. No one asked me to leave, so I followed the Pope into the seminary. And he walked over into a corner of the lobby, this beautiful ornate lobby, and he started meeting quietly with a group. I didn't know who the people were he was meeting with, and it was hard to hear. So again, no one had asked me to leave. I just got closer and closer and closer. And I realized, this is back in 2015, that the Pope was meeting with a group of survivors of sexual abuse at the hands of predator priests. He was expressing sympathy for what they had been through. And he was telling them that he would take steps in order to stop that type of abuse. That was incredibly powerful to me. Years later, when I would be the elected Attorney General of Pennsylvania and leading the grand jury investigation into abuse within the Catholic Church and prosecuting predator priests, I recalled that meeting. And I actually wrote the Pope a letter about that meeting. While he didn't respond in writing to me, the response that he gave internationally, for the first time a Pope ever acknowledged the pain of these survivors in the wake of our grand jury report, drawing from clearly the care and concern he had during the meeting that day in 2015 in suburban Philadelphia. First time a Pope has ever acknowledged the pain and suffering of those brave survivors. It was extraordinary to me. On so many issues, this Pope was a voice for the voiceless, and I honor the work that he did. We have a lot more work to do together, not just in the arena of government, but in our societies all across this globe. And I think the Pope laid out a roadmap for all of us to be able to follow, to be a voice for the voiceless and to lead with compassion in your heart.